Yes, well, advocates have argued that for several years, mental health issues have not received the needed attention and visibility in our part of the world. Well, I'll tell you about Rotary Club that is intervening. The Rotary Club of Accra South. They are doing this in collaboration with other partners. And what they're doing is embarking on a project to build a psychological health resource center. Let's get on Zoom. I have Olivia Opon-Fosu, who is a member of the project committee of the Rotary Club of Accra South, and JoyNews Deborah, PRO for the Ghana Psychological Association, for this conversation. I'll start with you, Joy. You are with the Ghana Psychological Association. To first of all, give us an understanding of why such an intervention is so necessary. I think you're muted. So if you click on the unmute button for me, I can start to hear you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
I do. Great. Please go ahead.
All right. We are talking about mental health, which is about how we think, how we behave, and how we relate with other people. And this is something that happens in our daily life and does not affect only children or a particular age, but affects everybody. In fact, when you look at the WHO report, 2012, it says that about a quarter of the world's population is at risk. And that is why mental health is very important for everybody. And for that reason, for us to be able to think properly and to behave properly and to relate properly in terms of our moods and our feelings and our actions, we need to have a sound mental health. And that would also make sure that we are being productive.
Right.
And yes, we also need to think of mental health in terms of the cost that comes with it, especially when you look at somebody with any mental disorder. It is not only the person who is sick that we're losing the services that or productivity from, but also we can think of caregivers who necessarily may not be paid, and also the services that they are giving to them because they are not paid, they are not earning, and that the society or the country is not also earning.
Then it affects.
And much as they attend to such persons, they also invariably also have a lot of effects, psychological effects that comes from attending or giving care to
the people who need it. Very well. Let me bring in Olivia. Olivia, so it's good. We have a background to this, that mental health is linked to our very existence and our productivity. Let's look at the intervention the Rotary Club of Accra South is bringing in. Tell us a bit more about the psychological center that you're building. I think you're muted as well, Olivia. Okay, looks like I'm not set for Olivia at the moment. We'll try and just hit on the unmute button for me, and I'll be able to hear you. Olivia, can I try that with you again? Okay, right. So let me wrap this up with you, Enima. Will you be able to throw some light on this project? I believe you have been a part of the conversation to put this project together. What can you tell us about that psychological center project?
All right. So our collaboration that we have it's also in commemoration of the World Mental Health Day, which is on the theme mental health for all, greater investment, greater access, everyone, everywhere. But this day falls on the 10th of October, which is a Saturday. So on the Friday, which is the 9th, a collaboration between Ghana Psychological Association and Rotary Club and Psychological Department, University of Ghana, are jointly organizing a seminar, and it will also be a webinar because people can Zoom and take part of it with expertise to discuss depression on the mental health ladder, healthcare neglect, and economic costs. And it is at this program that we will be launching the Mental Health Resource Center that Rotary would be financing to build for the promotion of mental health in Ghana. And this is a one-stop shop where we would have psychological services provided for people who may visit the place, and also officers and conference halls that would be necessary for training and also for practice for psychological students.
We had Olivia give us more of the information, but it looks like we're having a problem with her sound. Olivia.
Hello.
Okay, let's see if this will work. I've run out of time, but let's see if we can squeeze this in quickly. Olivia, yes.
Accra South. Yes, quickly. Rotary Club of Accra South is celebrating 20 years of its inception. And we thought that we would look at a project like this. It's very ambitious, but then our tenet is that we want to do service above ourselves. So although it's ambitious, we see a need in that area. And we have something that guides us, the 4-way test. Everything we do, say, or think, what we question ourselves is it the truth? So it's true that mental health is needed in this country, and support for mental health is really low. Is it fair to all concerned? Yes, there are many people who don't have that care. So it's fair that we do this for the population. And then will it build goodwill and better friendships? Yes, it will. Because families are ostracizing people with mental health, with depression. They cannot get it. And then the last is that, will it be fair to all concerned? Yes, it's fair to bring everybody on board. We've done polio, we've done capacity building, we do all sorts of projects. This is a flagship one. 20 years, we want to start this, we want to build a center, we want to have a one-stop shop where people would go and have relief for mental illness.
It's a great idea, I must say, but and I'm sure that all is not lost. The video is not very clear, but I'm certain that we'll have some time when this project even begins to talk a bit more about it, so to raise it, create the attention, the awareness that's necessary for mental health. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. I had the Ghana Psychological Association's PRO Joy and Nim Deborah, and I also had Olivia Oponfosu, member of the Rotary Club of Accra South. They are building a psychological center, and we're grateful for that.